Pashas Ekev, for children and for beginners. This week's Pasha, it says the following pasuk: Leman aneischa, in order to afflict on you pain, lenaseischa, to test you, ladas asher bilvavcha, to know what is in your heart. The expression about test is brought many times. The question is, what is the purpose of a test? The test is in order to elevate a person to a higher level, not to find out what a person will do, because Hashem surely knows the future, what will happen. If Hashem knows what is going to be and what a person will choose, what is the purpose of the test? By a regular person, a person would like to see if the other person is trustfully or not, if the person will be able to go through or not. However, the Eibusher knows when a person will make a decision, what exactly a person will do. And therefore, what is the point of a test? The point of a test is to elevate a person to a higher level. For example, you have a wave. You have a huge wave coming to a person. The surfer uses the wave to go even higher than the surface. The surface is so high, you have 10-foot tide, 10-foot wave going up, and the surfer is getting elevated by this high surf, by this high wave, to much higher level, 10 feet higher than it was before. So it is not to bash him, to smash him, but rather to elevate him to much higher level. That's the purpose of a test. Not to see if a person will get through or not, but rather to elevate him to higher part. And sometimes a person falls in a test in order that she should learn for next time to be able to go higher, to go to a higher and higher level. However, in this expression, it's a bit difficult to explain it that way, because the word says specifically "lenaseischa," to test you, "ladas asher bilvavcha," to know what is in your heart. And the explanation which is bringing to the Torah is that lenaseischa comes from the point of elevating you, specifically to elevate you to come ladas, to know. In knowing, there's different levels of knowing. There's level of chokhmah, bina, v'das. We're not going to go in great length into it right now, but the point of das is to connect. I can know something, but does not affect me. For example, a person might know that eating too much fatty food is not good for him, but together with it, he likes it, and therefore he might do it anyway. How does a person reach a level that he can change? That's at the level of das, the level of feeling that idea, feeling that thought that he has. For example, a person is told that if he's going to learn so-and-so, he's going to be more knowledgeable. Okay, he understands it. If a person understands that through that he'll be able to reach a higher level, then he comes and thinks twice about it and says, this, if he really connects to it, he can get to a higher level. So the idea is, if a person connects with his mind and he realizes how important it is, and his mind is coming and saying, you need to do it. For example, in the first case of the person with ice cream, a person feels the pain of the fat is affecting his health, and he realizes how bad it is, and he sees other people that suffered from it, and then he comes to a level of knowing it, not just understanding it, but knowing it. Or somebody put it, he really gets it. So when a person really gets it, that's a level of ladas. Now, in that level of ladas is the concept to know and to put into your heart that Hashem is the Eibusher. And now it's not only to understand it with the mind, but to understand the mind in the effect of the characteristic as well. And this is the point of the test. The point of the test is to get a person not only to the level of knowing it, as so to say in the book knowing it, but knowing it with life experience. He has the test that coming and checking, does he really have it in his feeling, and he has to bring it to a deeper level, deeper connection to the Eibusher, and that is brought out through a test. The test brings inner powers that he would not have otherwise, inner connection to the Eibusher. Ladas is also come from the concept of connection. V'adam yada is chava, the connection. And that deeper connection comes from a test. In other words, when a person is faced with difficulty and test, he connects to the Eibusher in a much deeper way, and he brings that strength that he had inside of him hidden, and he brings it out to the open. This is for Parshas Ekev.